All right, this is continuation. I was speaking on the rights of the indigenous people of the land, um, known as by many names, tribes, and people. Particularly I say Ibri, Moor, M-U-U-R. This term I use. Um, the Ashita, Washita, Cherokee, Apache, uh, different tribal people, the indigenous people. Um, Also, according to the definition of American in the Webster 1828 dictionary, along with the etymology dictionary. And I was speaking on this. You have the full faith. You go to part one, but you have the full faith and credit to utilize services, and you don't, and you cannot be a corporate citizen. You cannot be that. That's why I don't claim to be it, and that's no disrespect to the military men and women who probably don't know these things. Some don't know that, and they think that you're anti-American and you're anti the land, and it's not anti anything. This is basically just the truth. We cannot be corporate citizens. We cannot be straw men. We cannot be legal fictions. The court, they even put it in their own document. The original 13th Amendment, Section 12, the trafficking slaves with Africa is hereby forever prohibited on the pains of death and the forfeiture of all the rights and property of persons engaged therein, and the descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. And some people say, well, go back to Africa. We in Africa. This was one land mass before it was broken up. This is the original land. This is the original people. It's called and go back to one, but just in case you don't find that, let's go back here, and I'll just the Washita people, linguistic expressions for the ancient ones indigenous to the land known as the United States of America, America, Turtle Island. Talking about the land. The United States is a corporation and not a government, also according to the Clearfield Doctrine. It's fallen to the level of a mere foreign bankrupt corporation since 1933. Then some people say, go back to Africa. The term from a Maxim, one of the many historical names of the landmass that includes North, Central, and South America, as well as surrounding islands. Other historical names are Morocco, West Africa, Northwest Africa. So, and then you go to Article, this is U.S. Constitution, Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public act, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. And the Congress may be by general law prescribe the manner of which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved and the effect thereof. And also, if you look that up. I've already had a video showing that all offices of and because the United States is a corporation, it's a corporation unto itself, meaning that it has no jurisdiction over the people, only through contract, and that they have to provide for the people being on this land. And also, if you go to, let's see, what was it? Did I have it? Article 6 of the United States Constitution. Article 6 of the United States Constitution establishes the laws and treaties. See, treaties applies to the indigenous people because they know they're on our land. Article 6 and through ignorance and through deception, they try to make you believe that they have the authority as the corporation. Actually, the corporation is there for our use, and we do not have to pledge allegiance to use their services. Oftentimes they'll try to say, well, you have to be our resident to use our services. No, you don't. Not according to what I just read to you. How can you pledge allegiance to a corporation? Article 6 of the United States Constitution establishes the laws and treaties of the United States made in accordance with its supreme law of the land. That's what the people. It says it forbids a religious test. We don't have to pledge allegiance to utilize the services. That's for us anyway. Pledging allegiance now makes you a corporate entity. See all these traps and things they try to set, but you can't set a trap when everything has been given back to the people. Just because if I worked for something, if it's my right as an indigenous man to work, and since I worked, I have the right to receive safety retirement that was based on the work I provided in the agreement that they said they're going to compensate me, or by my right, issue my rightful earned benefit of receiving safety retirement. In which, when you go to another video, they already said that they promised to do that, and it has no attachments to it. I am honorably retired, so I don't. It's nothing against. I'm not in dishonor by receiving that because I worked for it. Now, if they have another agenda behind that, I can't go by what their agenda is. I can just go by what we agreed to on recorded line. Debts. The first clause of the article provided that debts contracted prior to the adoption of the Constitution remain valid as they were under the Article of Confederation. All debt belongs to the corporation, not the people. Clause 2 provides that the Constitution, federal laws made pursuant to it, and treaties made under its authority, see, the people have the authority, constitute the supreme law of the land. It provides that state courts are bound by the supreme law. In case of conflict between federal and state law, the federal law must be applied. Even state constitutions are subordinate to federal law. The Supreme Court under John Marshall was influential in construing the Supremacy Clause. Continue to go on and on, but the people have the right to establish what is right and what goes on in the de jure people, not the foreign corporation. All right, let me go on to the next one.